I'm here to tell you that you can change. You can. Look at me. I used to be very, very toxic. That's because I didn't know who I was. So I learned who I was. And once I did that, everything else fell into place because I no longer accepted the unacceptable. I no longer accepted the bare minimum. Now, I demand my respect. I demand a healthy friendship, relationship, anything, co-parenting relationship. I demand that. And if you can't give it to me, gotta go. Because I'm no longer settling for less. Respect goes a very long way. Being good to people goes a very long way. Putting yourself in somebody else's shoes goes a very long way. Often times we go back to what hurt us. And you gotta be stronger. You gotta be stronger and not accept that. If it hurts you, it's gonna keep hurting you. Because it ain't gonna change. So, we must demand the things that we need. Set boundaries for the things that we need. If those boundaries cannot be met, that is a sign that that person does not value who you are. And it's time to let it go. See, I'm 27, but my mindset is a lot older than that. Because I know what it feels like to not have it all the way together. I know what it feels like to be homeless. I know what it feels like to have childhood trauma. I know what it feels like when you feel like you ain't got nobody. I know how it feels when you just want love. I know how it feels when don't nobody understand you. I know how it feels when you gotta call and ask somebody for some help. I know how it feels when you can't forgive someone. So, I don't never sit up there and judge somebody else. I don't never sit up there and look down on nobody. Because you don't know what that person went through. You don't know what obstacles that person had to jump over. So I'm kind to people. I love people. And I also thank myself because I made it. And no, when I say I made it, I'm not saying, oh, I'm exactly where I want to be in life. I'm not exactly where I want to be in life. But what I can say is I wake up every morning and I go and chase my dreams. Ain't nothing can be done overnight. It's a process. A process. So I got a story. Me and my 6 children, we was homeless before. And it wasn't by choice. Never by choice. But it happened. And when it happened, I was still lost. I didn't know who I was. I was still trying to figure who I was out. So I asked for help. But what came with that help was people judging you. People talking about you. People throwing up what they did for you in your face. So then I came to the realization, like, dang, you ask for help and you get judged? That's crazy, right? So I removed myself from that situation. And I took me and my kids to the shelter. And then I was shamed for doing that. I was shamed for doing that. Oh, you're a bad mom. Oh, this, that. A lot came with it. And it's like, how am I this bad person because I fell on hard times? So I didn't understand how I could be just such this bad person because I didn't have it all the way together. I had just left my husband, left the house, said I'm done. Me and my kids ain't had nowhere to go. So I got out of that situation. And it humbled me. It helped me to know who I was. And it also opened my eyes to see that all help ain't good help. When you do something for someone, you do it from the kindness of your heart. And you don't throw in their face what you have done, because that person trusted you enough to ask you for help. And it's a quote. It say, if you don't talk about it, how can you get through it? And society has put all these stipulations and all these stereotypes on people because maybe they not doing as great as you. They don't do things the way you do them. They're different. So I became real humble real fast. Real humble real fast. And I just sat there and I evaluated that time. And I evaluated my life. I evaluated who I was. I evaluated the people I was around. I evaluated what I needed to do to be a better me. So I could be the best for my children. And that's what I had to do. And stop being mean. Give love. That's the only thing that's going to fuel you. When you wake up in the morning, you feel like, dang, I don't even want to do this today. Nope, the devil is a lie. Speak that positive. And I guarantee as you keep speaking that positive into your mindset, it's changing your mindset. It's helping you to be better. I had to get down on my knees and pray. God will put you in a situation or situations to where you ain't got no choice but to fall down on your knees and pray to that man and get a better insight of who he is. Because without him, it ain't possible. It ain't. Everything I do now to this day is revolved around him. I woke up because of him. My kids woke up because of him. When you wake up, pray. Before you send your kids off to school, pray with them. Every time you eat, pray. Every time you go to bed, pray. Throughout your day, pray multiple times and multiple times. Because that is going to help you get through your day. And once I start doing that, I start seeing signs of God speaking to me. And I'm like, dang, I could have been getting these signs all along. Thing is, I was getting them signs, even when I was going through it. I was getting them signs. But I didn't see those signs because I was so wrapped up in what was going wrong in my life. Until one day, I'm like, what's going right in my life? Let me pray on that. Let me pray on that. And as I got closer to him, when I was going through it, when I was getting through it, and when I already had it figured out, Every day I made him a priority. So it ain't about what you'd have been through. It's about where you going. What's your future? What you got planned to do with your life? How you gonna do it? Go chase it. Go run after it. Some days it's not easy. Still pray. Keep the faith. Keep going. Thank yourself. Because you did that. Ain't nobody else do that. You did that. You always been bright. But you had to see it first. When God made us, He already had a plan for our life. He already knew what He was going to do to make us better. So, it ain't about what's going wrong in your life. It's about what's going right in your life. Pray when it hurt. Pray when it's good. Pray when it's sad. It's going to get you through the day. And once you start setting boundaries and demanding your respect, you gonna lose people. And it don't matter who they is, how close they is to you. You gotta let them go. That person was for a season to teach you a lesson. When that person no longer serves a purpose in your life, you gotta let it go. Because then you just keep holding on to baggage. And more baggage. And it gets draining. Very draining. Know that you can achieve anything you want to achieve. Anything. Once you let all of it go. Just let it go. Let it go. That's going to conclude this video. But I got more for y'all. Got a lot more stories. So, stay tuned.